Greetings, listeners. Your host for the night, Zach here, introducing you to the Call of Cthulhu podcast by Twisted Gear Studios. First, some announcements. The community goal has been achieved. We've slowly been using the funds to get the studio set up for video, and with that goal hit, we've purchased the final few pieces. I'll be putting a video together going over some of the changes that we've made, like a studio tour and some of our plans as we move forward with video as a component now. We won't start having video added to the episodes for the next few as we do record them in advance, and we will still be posting audio-only versions on the normal platform, so no changes will happen there. Our video podcasts will be posted in place of the audio-only ones on our YouTube page. We can't thank you all enough for the swelling support so far on Ko-fi's from our Ko-fi subscribers, such as Alec, KJ, Noops, D-Devil1193, TJ, Taylor, James, Tyler, Rosa, Alex, Wes, and Flatted Fifth. Remember to add with your donation notes to let us know who you want your luck to go to, and we'll tally it up into the games. But for now, last we left our investigators, finally reaching the morgue, they begin their break-in in an effort to prevent any further harm to come to innocent people from the possible worms laying in wait inside the skeet look-alike corpse. It should go smoothly.
It's been a little while since we last played, but I'm pretty sure that in the last game that you managed to Amos managed to unlock the doors into the morgue itself. I don't actually remember if they were locked though, as far as I know, or were they open?
They were supposed to be responsible.
Either way, either way they're open. Either way they're open, and so basically behind the hospital itself. Okay, so then there's a road along there, and then behind that was the morgue. Okay, and then there wasn't as much of a road between the morgue and the crematorium, but the crematorium was separate. Separate type of building, so you had to go across. So there was the main entrance on the front of the building, and then on the side of the building there was double doors, and then double doors to the crematorium, so they could transfer over out of view to a point, like a little bit to the side, so it was a bit different. You managed to prime the cremator at the crematorium to prepare for a body to be burned. Something that wasn't brought up was the idea of actually, can Althea, just at the start, even before we get into it, can you roll me an idea roll?
Don't fuck up. I'm sorry, I'm very useless.
No pressure, though.
Lots of pressure. Oh, the pressure.
You're cheering. That's how you cheer, by saying don't fuck up.
1% out of 70.
Oh!
I have all the ideas.
I will tell you from now on, don't fuck up if it means a 1% roll.
Imagine if that was the luck roll to get the crematorium.
I know!
Right? I would have gave you such a fancy crematorium with racing stripes.
Racing
it goes faster.
They're going to the afterlife in style, boys.
I see you put on some fans there, some wingtips.
Now all of
it's
the
like
rest
Homer
of,
Simpson with the nuclear power plant.
all the rest of my
I got nothing.
for this game are
I say you
going
put
to be
fins on
updates.
them. Either way,
Gross.
you realize that it does take a while to burn a body. Mm-hmm. Well, usually 3 to 4 hours.
Well, we ain't burning one. We're burning like what? How many worms are in this thing?
So the idea was you were going to stay here. This is what was brought up last game until the process was finished.
Mm-hmm.
That may be out of the realm of possibility, as if you stayed here that long, you'd be here when it opens. Okay, I just want to clarify that. Between last game and this game, I did do a little bit of research. I could be wrong on some things, but I did a little bit of research on
Burning bodies.
How long?
burning bodies. Yeah.
So has the RC?
No, but it looked. Yeah, it's weird, eh?
I was gonna say have the CIA call, but we don't have that here in Canada. We have CSIS.
Yeah. Cease and desist.
Who are you? Exactly.
So, when your Amazon order or your social media starts sharing really weird shit with you, you'll understand why.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's like, oh, this isn't going to be good. The other thing is, just to be clear, it all depends.
This was face is like, ah!
The other thing, to be clear, which a lot of people don't understand about the process, is the idea is... So let's talk about very quickly, before we jump into the game, what your goal is here. So as far as I know, the worry is in the body of the skeet in the picture that Vincent Caputo showed you, that was in the trunk of the car in the ropes, right? Looked like skeet. The last person or thing that looked like skeet, a slug got released and caused havoc at the mansion on the hill. And there was a variety of smaller slugs, similar to the smaller slugs in the jars in Vincent Goal's... Vincent Caputo, Albert Goal. Yeah. Vincent Caputo.
Oh, I've learned something now, boys.
And Albert Goal's bell tower. So basically the idea is, like, what is the plan moving forward to do with it? Is the goal to make sure that you burn the slugs? Because the whole process of fully cremating a body will take a long time. Because once you burn the body, what's usually left is bones. Right? And then the bones are sort of pushed or swept or squeegeed into a crusher with ball bearings, which crushes it into powder and then is mixed with the ashes, and that's what people get. That's how I thought, honestly.
That's actually fascinating.
I probably didn't. I feel like when I was reading it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
It does.
It
does make sense.
I always actually thought, now it could be different in some situations now. I don't know about the heat, but there is more than just the process of burning the body.
Yeah.
Because what they do is so you have the bones, and then when they use magnets to pull out all the metal bits that could be mixing with the bones, if you had any plates or something like that.
Fillings.
Removed. That all gets taken out, and then they crush. I don't think you're going to that point.
No.
No, we'll leave. I mean, I don't feel bad about it, but we can leave the rest behind for someone else cleans.
We just need all the fleshy bits gone.
We need the wormy bits gone.
My main concern about it was that this large furnace would be
Drone size of a pizza.
Would be going while there was nobody watching it. That was my concern.
Yeah.
Human-sized pizzas.
I have.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You said pizza oven.
Well, it's a bit large in a pizza oven, but it's basically
really
would
big.
Remind you of a pizza
It's a
oven where you
pizza.
slide in the person, you burn it down, you crush
suddenly
everything.
Yeah, it's like the one. It's like the one
One at a time.
The witch had in Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah.
Lord.
So the idea is, that you would guess you're not really entirely sure how well a slug, if there is a slug, how well it is affected by heat or how much it can resist. But you figure that a good hour and a half of burning should be enough to burn what's in there. But
we
the
lit
body,
a big one on fire, and it fucking hated it.
Yes. When it was in the body, and then that was cool.
Yeah, no, we're well aware that they're not fans of fire.
So you'd figure an hour to maybe an hour and a bit of burning should be enough. It could be less than that, but you don't know because you don't own a crematorium.
Okay. Within that time frame, is our security guard friend probably going to walk around on his patrol again?
You aren't really sure.
Depends on how much of the perimeter he probably has.
Or how boring the night is. Because you realize there is a stack, and it will be
pumping out smoke.
Somewhat, yeah.
I mean, we could just do it and then leave it.
You could.
Because it will probably draw attention. My main concern, again, is that I just didn't want to leave the fire going while the building was empty. Right?
Well, it's pretty self-contained.
Yeah.
Here's the issue.
It's like a hearth.
We're all in the same room talking about this, right? We're in the
I'm not.
furnace room itself? Oh,
well, so basically, I believe at the end game, Agatha was going to stay by the vehicle just to make sure that nobody else coming around, with or without Kathleen. Either way, Kathleen is within arm's reach. First-time viewers or people who don't remember, Kathleen is, of course, the Lee Enfield Mark III rifle.
My best friend.
Looking for another wanted poster. She's collecting them all.
I'm right here.
Oh,
the
best
buddy cop
drinking
movie.
buddy. Best drinking buddy.
That's true.
When we drink,
That's
we
the
travel
name
through dimensions.
We to have shadows throw shit at us.
Yeah, shadows.
Okay, so we're
Anyways.
we're all together except for Marion.
Oh, and now Agatha has left.
All right.
Well, I'm just going to say, for simplicity's sake, you are all at the Packard right now.
Oh.
And because I believe around the last game, Agatha was going to stay by the car and everyone else was going to move into the morgue.
Yes.
And I can
because we still
say,
need to retrieve
if I
the body.
hadn't said it last game, we can say it this game, that because
I was on my way back.
you were on your way
Yes.
back, and I can very easily say that
Okay.
Yeah.
you're all at the vehicle.
Cool.
Yeah, 'cause we needed to retrieve the body.
I just wanted to give you information you should have had last time,
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Okay. So we need to get on this then quickly so that we have as much time as possible to...
Yeah, because it is in the wee hours of the morning.
So
Let's
the
go.
crematorium is heating up. We need
It's around
to,
3:38.
we need to go and retrieve the corpse.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right. Let's go. I'll go with you, Althea, into the main morgue itself.
Okay.
We'll go with you guys.
I'm by myself, I guess.
Unless, would you
You're
rather...
not by yourself.
Would you
You've got
rather I-
Kathleen with you?
Would you rather I stay with you to help keep a lookout?
I'm gonna say after my track record, I'm not really good with talking to people.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll stay with...
As an alienist or psychiatrist, that sounds so strange to me. I'm not good at talking to people.
With talking with people in special,
literally your job.
possibly life-threatening situations. I don't know.
That's still literally your job.
I know, that's what I said. I'd like to remind you.
I think you are wonderful at talking to people.
Aww.
I just think that when you throw Kathleen into the mix, it's like meeting up with an old childhood friend and you revert back to what you were with that person. It's like, oh, she's such a great psychiatrist. And you're just like, yeah, woo, tequila.
Yeah, exactly. You're great at talking to people until you have a gun attached to you.
Yeah, it
I
changes
feel
you.
like that's true of both
I
people.
changes you.
Anyways,
I like the idea of having. I would like the idea of having you, Marion, here because if someone comes, at least one of us can go and warn
Yeah.
quietly the other group, and then the other one can keep an eye out.
That
That's
makes
the
sense.
only thing I can.
and I wouldn't want it to be just me in case it's the same guard as last time. I feel like that same excuse will not work on him twice.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, actually, fair enough.
And just to clarify, the Packard Twin 6 is backed up a little bit behind the two entrances.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it is nighttime, there is no real light here.
Okay.
I mean, you got moonlight.
Yeah.
You can see, but it's not like anyone from the hospital is going to be like, why is there a Packard Twin 6 there? Is that a rifle?
Shit, they might.
I've seen...
As Althea and I leave the Packer, she'll be like, don't shoot anybody.
I don't intend to.
Well, you brought a... I don't know. I was about to
Listen.
say you brought a gun, but then I'm like, so did I. I'm going to shoot worms.
Please,
If necessary.
you know what? Just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
Okay, so the party has officially been split.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So-
As
Never
is our
mind us
as
about
is
our
our
mistakes.
as is our nature.
It is actually.
Yeah, we have Marion and Agatha, the A team, because hashtag Team Marion. And you have Althea and Amos, the B plus team.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
If we don't
See, you
try
would
to
have
kill
been
each
the
other.
team if you had
Yeah.
Marion.
Well, there's no
She
dynamite.
doesn't want to shoot worms.
I don't have a gun.
She just wants to prevent you from shooting humans.
I was
It's
just gonna
true.
say she's just want to eat worms.
Wait, what?
What?
No,
Okay,
that-
no,
no,
okay.
no.
I'm red card. We're just gonna stop this now, and I'm gonna
No,
jump
but
in.
you know that little saying, the little.
No.
thing? Oh, never mind.
No explanations necessary.
You,
Red.
I know you know what I'm talking about.
The sanctity of the red card.
Right. Okay.
Sanctity.
Right.
It's very important. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and move to Amos and Althea, and we'll come back to Marion and Agatha that are out by the Packard Twin 6.
Yeah.
Sound fair?
Cool.
Okay, so you go to the double doors. You also notice, and you noticed this when you were making sure that they would open, that there is, like, when the doors are open and they open out towards you, there's little holes in the ground, and on the bottom of the doors, there's like a...
Pins to-
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can bring it out and you can slot it and keep the doors open. That does there. Did you want to do that as you're entering, or just literally open the doors and go in?
No, I think we'll set those up as we're coming by with the Gurney.
Yeah.
Keep our backs covered for now.
Okay, so Fair enough. So you open up the door. The first thing I want to throw out there is, are either of you have anything in chemistry? I'm just asking. I don't remember. You have. I believe Agatha has
It's
chemistry.
come up before. I have biology.
You have biology. You have chemistry. No, you don't.
I have
That's
biology, pharmacy, and forensics.
Should have brought you along.
Aside from that, I have 1% in science.
I also got 1%.
Yeah.
Hey, we know you can do it.
I will allow a biology or a pharmacy roll. See, depending on which skill you use,
It gives you different information.
it gives you different information.
I'll use biology.
Okay, so you use biology, and Amos, I don't have any relevant skills for yours right now. So
I have no relevant skills.
Aw.
no.
I'm here to just make sure that it's done.
Ooh.
What'd you roll?
96 out of 60.
Oh, out of 60.
Yes.
Okay, so you are above 50%
Yes.
in that skill. So a fumble is not a 96 to 100.
No.
It is only at
Yes.
as 100. There's a weird chemical smell. You're not really entirely sure what it is. But also, as soon as you open the doors, you do feel that it's quite cold. Okay? So I'm going to clarify that statement. Because a lot of people would have the idea is, because it is air conditioning. Which did exist.
It did.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it did. It did. 100% it did.
It's been in the 1800s.
Yes, it was. I'm not going to say what type of chemical was used because there was a failed biology roll. But a lot of actually by the 1900s in Chicago specifically, all the meatpacking houses had actual air conditioning, refrigeration. The refrigeration.
Outside my failed roll. Me, not Althea. Was it Freon?
No, it was much later.
Okay.
But again, we can't guess because you failed.
Yes.
No,
I said out of character.
I know, but I'm just saying. And by 1914, most places had a version. Now, it was all gas ran at this point. Electricity didn't really factor into refrigeration methods until 1927 when GE had the monitor top home.
It would be GE.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you know all this?
I had to do a little bit of research. Now, of course, this is just quick research. I could be wrong, so a viewer who knows a lot more, I understand completely, but this is how I'm using it. Because you also hear a slight drone of like a motor running. It is gas powered.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Okay.
Yep.
But you seem to be in a as you open it up, there is one of those hang down lights. You know what I mean? So it's like a drop ceiling. Mm-hmm. Everyone's familiar with the drop ceiling. Yeah. So it's like a drop ceiling, and there's a hole cut out, and hanging down, there's like a chain with a wire in the middle to like a swinging light. You've all seen these, and it's got the right, and it's swinging. The light is flickering in this small hallway. The hallway is only maybe 20 feet, and it's fairly wide. It's around 10 to 15 feet wide. And around 10 feet in, there's a door, and one of those doors with the glass window, like the, not stained glass, but you can't see through it really. It's distorted.
Frosted glass?
Frosted glass on both sides, so opposite each other, around 10 feet in. And you notice that there's lines, colored lines, sort of drawn on the floor, as it is a pathway to take, like a stretcher or something like that. You'd figure to bring across to the morgue itself. And then there's double doors at the end of the hallway. So it feels a bit cold, so you know that there is a refrigeration method here, which means it isn't ice blocks. Right? Because that would have been, because they still existed as well, right? So I'm assuming you continue on.
Do we want to check this door first?
So there's no lights on in these side rooms.
I'm mostly disinterested in whatever room would have the little drawers or the tables with all the people laid out.
That you would assume that would be through the double doors. Yeah. You would assume that if you came in through the main entrance, there's a lot of administration area to get back to this. You have the assumption, even looking at the double doors at the end of the hall, that where it's connected for the easy pathway to the crematorium, that just on the other side of that, and the coldness you're feeling, that would probably be the refrigeration area.
Yeah, and we're on a time crunch, so I don't feel like exploring around.
All right. No, fair enough.
Did you guys want to split up even further? Like,
Fuck,
factoral?
no, thanks for asking, though. No, I assume that there's nothing hiding in the office. Now that I've said that, though. Yeah, let's go to the double doors.
If there is, there's nothing we can do about it now. We would either know it was there and it would attack and kill us, or we won't know it's there and it'll attack and kill us.
Yeah, all right, the double doors.
We always assume something's going to attack and kill you.
Have you met you as a keeper?
I like how you threw in as a keeper. Like
secondary.
Secondary?
I would have stopped 3 words short.
All right. Anyway, through the doors.
As you whistle a jaunty tune. So you head on up to the double doors, and these also open towards you. So it's like the same setup, except these have like rope tied onto like the handles. They don't have the pegs in the floor, but there's little lengths of rope, maybe 6 inches long, and there's little hooks on the wall that you can just hook them on. So it's slightly different, but the same thing.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So you open up this door, and you look into a fairly large room. I don't do a lot of things to scale. This is Cthulhu. This is CallofCthulhu. But it is a fairly large room. You can see a pile of refrigeration units. So it's similar to what you've probably seen in a lot of cop shows and stuff, where you have the doors that would open up. But these are all separate. So each unit would hold like 5, but it has its own, you know what I mean? They're like in a series instead of one big...
Like people filing cabinets.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm the shady one. I'm the shady one.
Shady one.
Fair enough.
People
I'm not even sure if that's historically accurate, but that's how I visualized it. That it's sort of like separate units, because having one big unit might overload. This is just my mind. That's how I'm looking at it. You also notice that that's on both sides of the room, not just one side. And you can see above it, there's frosted windows, like a thin line over the top, and they can be sort of opened up slightly for whatever reason. But you can also see that outside, and then connected through, there are like generators that are sort of running to power the units. Like I said, that's what I'm going with. As long as I'm as close as possible in my mind, I can make it work.
Cool.
You thinking something, Agatha? Did I?
I'm not there. So
you want for them to do something? It's just not a fault.
No, I'm just thinking logically how you've described it and what I would do when I'm not there.
No, you're not. You're with Kathleen by the Packard Twin 6.
So I'm very curious how this is going to play out.
Yes.
It's gonna play out like everything that
will.
Zach and I do play out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a machete at him. He's gonna get mad at me.
You brought a machete? No kidding.
I don't know why. It's probably
As long as he doesn't have dynamite, you'll be fine. So, there's also 4, like in sort of north, south, east, west, relative to this room. There's 4 more of those hanging lights. The same type of lights. They bought them in bulk. It's the best way to... They're not all different or fancy. They're just functional, these lights. But they're also flickering.
See,
like the light is flickering. There is electricity.
I don't like that because I have slight trauma about when lights flicker for me. They eventually go out and I'm in the dark.
Well, either of you can roll in electrical engineering.
Can we?
I believe there's mechanical repair and electrical repair.
There's mechanical repair.
There is no electrical repair?
Electrical repair.
Yes,
I mean, you know what?
There's 10%.
Fuck it, I'll give it a
Well, I mean, if you want to roll 10%.
28.
10%. If Marion was there, I'd allow a mechanical repair, but because neither of you has either, it's fair.
18 out of 10.
Now,
Burn 8 luck.
Burn 8 luck just for me to explain why the lights are flickering.
I'm gonna save it for the next time I argue about the crematorium.
Fair.
I'm glad you didn't burn 8 luck. I would have ruined the surprise.
Yeah.
Shady, yeah.
Okay. Looking in this room, I mean.
Sorry. Yeah. You know how my descriptions work.
You're not done.
But in the middle of the room, it's similar to. They're not really. Well, there are stretchers, but they seem to be collapsed and leaned against the wall. Over in the corner, and there are surgical tables. Is the easiest way I can put it. The metal tables with the like a drip pan underneath and stuff like that.
It's
Like
a really big version of the labour.
it is. Yeah, it's a bit different because of what its purpose is, but yeah, you still get that feeling of cleanliness. It is quite clean in here. Everything seems to be polished and taken care of. There, unlike what you'd see in most things, there's no bodies just left lying out.
What?
There should be at this time, but I don't want it, so it's not going to be.
That's fair.
Yeah, and there seems to be a table, and it seems to be bolted into the floor. Like this table won't be moved, and then there's a slight gap. And it almost looks like a tool chest, but it's not. But it's a place for all the surgical implements. And then on the other side of it, there's another table. So as you're looking in, you're looking at the top part or the bottom part of a table, tools, table. There's shelves against the walls, and there's these refrigeration units.
There could be 2 autopsies performed at the same time.
Yeah, that's what it seems. There also seems to be some of those rolling carts. And on this carts, there's a lot of different, I'm not going to say bowls, but containers. As if you're doing an autopsy and you need to take organs and put them into separate containers and stuff. But it is quite... You okay, Agatha?
I'm just trying... Sorry, there's just so much going on that I'm like... Sorry.
Okay. And that is the scene that you see. Yes.
Okay. Are any of these drawers labeled with any kind of information on who is inside?
And I'm also going to rope the doors open now that we're in the main refrigeration area.
Okay. What I did forget to mention is also on the opposite side of these double doors, there's a regular door.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like
The other side of the room?
To an office, maybe?
Yeah, so that goes out into the
to
administration area.
like a city
Okay.
coroner.
Everything comes in and out through the entrance you came in, but there is an administration area. You don't know what else is in this building, really. It is the morgue. It could be a lot of things.
Okay.
I need you to roll me a luck roll, because you are looking for information left in this area of who's in each.
98 of 72.
Okay.
You're really just extreme
so-
today.
I might switch my other dice if this continues.
If it continues.
Okay. You actually don't really see anything here to denote who's in which, but you, even with a 98, it's a luck roll, so it's not like there's a critical fumble involved here, but there could be. But that would only be on a 00. You would assume that it should be here, but you're just unlucky, and for some reason, it's not. Which means it's either through into the administration area you haven't been in, or back at one of those 2 frosted glass doors. You're just not entirely sure. But you notice that there is sort of like a sleeve, like thumbtacked into the wall, that would normally have a list, and it's just not there.
All right.
Or you can just randomly.
I'm not going to be playing Guess Who.
It is quite cold.
Is the door to that that single door locked?
So you go up to the door, and it's a bit dark over here because the lights are flickering, and you reach forward and you touch the doorknob to check if it's locked. First things first.
Oh, God.
Amos, I'm assuming you are around the tables.
Just in the front, watching. I'll be close to the doors, kind of keeping an eye out. Watching.
The double doors.
Yeah, the doors we came in. Just because I wouldn't even know where to begin. I'm mostly here to facilitate you, the
actual
expert.
movement.
So as you're going around and trying to find what would make sense, I'm just kind of keeping a lookout and making sure nothing is sneaking up, or maybe we're too late. I don't know.
Yeah. Because it doesn't really look like this room has been like ransacked or like there was an attack here or something like that. It doesn't look like that, except for what's just about to happen to Althea. As she reaches forward and touches the doorknob to rattle it, right away you get that gross feeling because you just touched something wet on the doorknob. And you're like, but you still turn it and your hand slips around it.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem, but you do notice, and I'll just throw this out there, even in a little bit of shock, that it doesn't look like the door has a lock.
Okay.
Okay?
So this is not the door across the room. It's a
Yes.
little office. It is the main door across.
Yeah. So you're at the double doors.
Yeah.
Can you watch? She
Across
went
the
to the doors to lead the administration area.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, at the point of doing that, you would look
Yes.
at the light. And as you bring your hand up, you see blood. Just on your hand. Just blood. That was on the doorknob. And then as you take a quick look around in this darkened area around the door, there seems to be like a line of blood shot across the door itself, but it was in a little bit of a... Because of the lights flickering, there was no direct light on the door, but there seems to be like there was...
Now that
and there's
I'm
a little bit of...
looking at it.
And there's a little bit of blood on the ground as well, and it looks to be blood is slightly seeping in from under the door.
Okay.
Now, at this point, very quickly, what would your reaction to this be?
My immediate reaction, aside from horror, unexpected horror, would
That's what
be
my-
to
that's what-
probably start backing up a little bit
Mhm.
and going, Amos. Amos.
Yeah. What's wrong with the door? Locked?
I'm just going to turn
Yeah.
around and show him my palm.
Guns out?
Bloody.
Fucking hell.
I'm just going to very quickly then move over outdoors.
Fuck!
No, we won't be out here very long, but it has been at least 5 minutes.
Yep.
So I'm going to just jump back to Agatha and Marion. I'm assuming... Oh, I do have a question for Agatha.
Okay.
Do you have Kathleen on you?
I'm going to say probably at this point, because I drove, right? I'll have the driver's door open, and I'm sitting there making sure that she's loaded.
Okay,
Safety
so
on.
you're sort of sitting down in the seat. You got your rifle pointed down, and you're just loading it, double checking your ammunition, doing your safety checks, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
You may be
basically.
crazy, but you're crazy safe.
Yeah.
Weak. That was weak as shit.
Yeah,
Was
but
it?
it was awesome.
But I'm making sure that, like, if there was someone that passed by, like, they wouldn't see it past the dash.
Yeah, you have the
right?
door
Kinda.
open anyway.
Yeah, that's right. So that's all I'm doing, just prepared in case something happens.
Out of curiosity, what would you expect to need that for tonight?
It's here just for the unexpected things that have been currently happening every time we go out. So I know it seems like a ridiculous thing. I know that it has gotten me into trouble. But it has also gotten me out of trouble and not dead. So I would rather be prepared. It's similar in a kind of similar. I don't know how you would argue this, but you know how Amos carries a gun with him too, right? A cop has it for protection.
Amos is the one approaching where we fully expect the slugs to be.
Yeah, but we also went to like a church where all of a sudden there was cultists around, and being that this thing has a potential monster in it and a cult that is potentially interested in said monster, I would rather have all the bases covered. I'd rather have it, not need it, than need it, not have it.
I would like to be noted for the record, even though I was not there to witness it, that Marion just defended me. Gonna proceed.
Oh, as the keeper, I also need to state, because Marion did defend you, that at no time can your character ever bring it up, or even
I'm well aware.
or even hold it true in your heart.
Oh!
No, I'm sorry, that came out a lot creepier.
But have
And I'm
you know
the
who
shady
we're
one.
playing?
I'm the
Shady.
shady one.
No, you guys are just
I'm
well
just
matched.
talking-
You're a match made in hell.
I
or something.
Okay, now let's we're getting off topic.
Anyways,
Well, now we're off topic.
Yeah. So of course you can continue your conversation. Sorry.
yeah, I understand that, and I appreciate the caution. It just does seem as though out here this is where we do not want to be seen with weapons, and the two inside the morgue are, if anything were to happen, it would happen there.
But I have at least it for backup if we have to run into there. It's more of a safety thing. I understand that you're not for guns. I understand that.
It's not so much guns, it's the fact that repeatedly we've gotten in trouble for it.
Well, it's just unfortunately the nature of the beast with having a gun and going up against forces we've never gone up against before. It is basically, it sounds weird. I know as much as it's gotten me into trouble, but it is my foundation and rock of feeling safe. I know that sounds absolutely contrary to exactly what this weapon does, but it has a chance that I can actually potentially save any of you that are in danger. too.
That's fair.
So, that's all I'm gonna say about it. But I if I don't need it, like it'll stay in the car. But I just want to make sure that I have it. And
I was just curious.
So, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Because I don't actually have any checks or anything for you to make, because it's been a couple of minutes, I just wanted to know where you were and what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Which
Sitting in the car, chatting.
Yep, sitting in the car.
are you sitting in the car or outside the car talking to her? That's a fair question.
I'm gonna be outside the car, but my door will also be open.
So the passenger side and the driver's side door is open. You're sitting in the driver's side, angled out side, with the rifle down, hidden by the door, and you are standing just next to the driver's door talking to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm outside the car is to give me a better view down the road.
Sure.
On the other direction.
As we go back to Amos and Althea.
As soon as you bring that to my attention, I'll raise the gun up and kind of start looking around. Also whisper, "Yeah, but it's a morgue. There's supposed to be."
And I'll just like, shh, and I'll point towards the floor, down near the bottom of the door at the far end.
I'm going to sneak up to the door, and I'd like to make a listen check.
Okay, so you go up to the door and you make a listen check.
79 out of 78. I'm going to burn one luck since it's so close to succeed.
Okay.
Thank you guys for giving me luck.
Okay.
What?
So you don't really hear anything out of the ordinary. You still lose the luck. It is a successful listen check.
Yeah, murder people don't make.
But now you know for sure.
You don't really hear anything out of the ordinary, because you can hear a little bit of the guy, whatever is powering refrigeration units, that slight hum of that. And you can also that sound when a light's flickering, that like it's a little bit of
the
that.
sound that people are probably hearing right now if I'm good enough at finding my sound effects.
I'm trying to think with a success, and you did burn a luck, if there's anything I can really give you. But there really isn't more than that. Well, actually, no. It is a piece of information that you don't hear, like movement or stuff like that.
I will with the tip. I will kind of the tip of the gun.
That's how I get
barrel?
this face.
Yeah.
No, fine. With the
So
tip.
it doesn't swing open. You have to twist the handle to open it.
You have to. Yeah, it's. We're getting to a giggle fest soon. We're getting to a giggle. Anyway, you can turn the knob, and it'll.
No, I'm gonna look around. Are there any gloves anywhere?
Yes, there is. There's not like neoprene, but there are gloves.
Or there
here.
would be at least cloth and stuff.
Oh yeah, there are gloves here.
Okay,
It's in that center area where a lot of the.
I'll grab a pair of gloves or a towel,
sure?
something to then kind of reach on slowly up. So.
And the door will open toward you.
Okay. I'll make sure that I'm towards the side of it where I would actually be like right as the crack of the door opens up, so I can look through.
So you're sort of like, you have the doorknob.
Yeah.
And you're
right
pulling it towards you.
Correct.
And you're like peeking around to see.
Yeah. Well, first things just straight past on the other side of anything, where that puddle. Any more information on the puddle before I start leading out past it.
Okay, so almost immediately,
Yep.
as you open the door, right away you feel like a weight pushing on the door. Not like actively forceful pushing, but there was something leaned against the door.
Yeah.
So as you open it, the weight's there, and it doesn't like fly open. It's not that, but as you slowly open and look, there is a person or a body there in the sitting position, who was like sitting with legs splayed out, and arms sort of between the legs, and sort of the back was against the door. Seems to be. It's a little bit hard to tell age. You know the person is male. They had what was once a white lab coat on. Or like the type of uniform you'd expect for somebody who works in the coroner's office. Or in a morgue. But it's sprayed, like there's a covered in, not like dripping with blood, but there is a spray of blood and stuff like that. And as it comes back a bit, you do notice, I'm going to say the person could be anywhere from early 30s to mid 40s. It's hard to tell because there's a bullet hole in the center of the forehead. Like you can see the entry point of a bullet hole in the forehead, which is still, just a regular size. I mean, you've seen a lot of.
Like it was a handgun. Something.
Yeah, but you notice that there is you can even see by the side that the back of the head is against the door, so it's not really separated. But you can see there's a lot of blood has pooled from the back of the head.
Right. Yeah.
And has been run down the
but
body.
There's no bullet hole in the door?
No, there is not a bullet hole in the door. 100% there is not a bullet hole in the door. Yeah. Can you roll me an idea roll?
Okay.
Good call.
like
Can you
that.
roll me a
Good call.
forensics? Oh, no, actually, you never said you were going to.
Well, no, what I was going to ask is while he was doing that, can I kind of try to take a closer look at the blood in my hand to determine how fresh the blood is, or seems to
It'd be easier to check the body for that. It is fairly recent.
Okay.
Because, I mean, the way that blood will turn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Turn
If it's
brown,
liquid enough to
black,
stick to your
congeal
hand.
slightly. Without getting into exactly, you wouldn't be able, be able, it hadn't have just happened, but also that it hasn't been hours.
Yeah.
Just on a quick glance.
Okay.
Okay. 49 out of 70.
Yeah, this person was shot and killed. And because you're a private detective, you've been through cop school.
Yep.
You've been through police academy.
Yep.
And it was hilarious.
Lord oh fucking mighty.
Oh, that's the Silver Toilet Lodge, right? Stonecutters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who made Steve Gutenberg a star?
Lord oh.
Anyway, that very quickly, with your background, you look at it and you realize just because there isn't, the door should have been, you would have at least been a bullet hole, that this person was shot in the head and placed here. It wasn't shot here. It had to be because
just
clearly there is blood coming. Now, you haven't inspected the back of the head, but clearly it's looking
I'm
that way.
actually going to restore the door.
So you close
and
it?
let it latch back up
Sure.
again. I'm going to look back to Althea. It's not the worms, but we're not the first ones here.
What did you see?
He was shot and placed on the door, which implies to me that they have not come in here yet. So, either our priorities have to change and figure out who the fuck's doing it, or we stick to the original plan and we start in this room in case they're trying to find what we're trying to find and have a worse idea for it.
Original plan?
I'm down. I'm game for that.
How many drawers do we have to look through?
There is a certain number of drawers that you will have to go through, which will take time.
Okay.
You do know, Althea, you would just know this, that all the drawers this is how I'm doing it, is that it's head first in,
Yeah.
and then it's feet, and there are a tag.
Tag on the bags or body inside.
Well, there should
Correct.
be tags. Would there not be tags on the doors as well?
That's what I
There's
was checking when I
there's
first
numbers.
went in.
Fuck!
That was what my original.
The cross
your original
because of the
looking- yeah,
98
you're right,
unlocked,
you're right.
there wasn't a cross reference.
All right.
Yeah.
So we just have to. You said there was these were on either side of the room, right?
Yes.
You take one side, I'll take the other.
Yeah,
All right.
but keeping in mind that there might still be someone here that is looking to enter this room.
Well, we'll just deal with that when it happens.
Fucking okay.
Yeah.
Just
As
quietly
quietly as
opening
possible.
doors.
As quietly as possible. Is it possible to lock that administrative door?
The door with the blood on the knob?
Oh.
No, wait, Harry.
No.
Yes.
I did specifically state there was
Okay.
not a lock on it.
I know, but I was just gonna say.
Actually, is there a chair in this room?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will
Wedge
wedge
it.
a chair
Yeah.
underneath the door.
Even if it just buys time.
So neither of you are going to look at the body anymore. The door's closed. Chairs under the door.
For now,
Sure.
we're gonna stick with the original plan. I think was the plan. However, what leading into the original plan, I don't know if this will help or add a bonus die or whatever. When Caputo was talking to me and showed me the photo of the person in the trunk of the car, did he tell me the name of the person? Did he believe it was Skeet?
They believed it was a Skeet Wilsonbottom. I can actually quickly double check.
That's good.
I can quickly double check. Yeah, because I have it in my...
If that's the case, so yeah, while you're checking that out, just to save time, like if that's the case, this is good because we don't have to pull the drawers out.
No.
If
just
they
check the
logged, that it was Skeet, just check the tag.
that body was also burned, right? Because of the car.
No, that's why we're here.
No, it was in the Studebaker.
Just
That's why we're here.
Yes.
give me 1 second here.
The other one that got burned,
the other
busted up in your
Right.
house.
I got mesquite bodies mixed up. In this house. As one does. Getting your skeets mixed up.
Just a Saturday.
Just.
I have
It
no
may
idea
take
what
me a
day
sec-
of
It
the
may
week
take
it
me a
is in
second
game.
just to...
Yeah.
That's fair.
Skeet Wilson lookalike in trunk picture. So for me to put that into my notes during the Marion and Agatha interrogation in episode 03, case number 0323. You're next. So that was one of the biggest issues is because Vincent Caputo was really pushing the point where when Althea brought Officer Ricky to the hospital, she had told him that Skeet Wilsonbottom was the driver of the vehicle that hit them, and then they find the body of Skeet Wilsonbottom in the trunk of the white Studebaker, and that's so they did really believe it was Skeet Wilsonbottom. Good catch.
Okay.
That'll speed things up
You take one side,
tremendously.
I'll take the other. We're gonna be as quiet as we can.
Yeah, fuck.
Chair wedged under the thing, even if
Okay.
it buys time, and yeah.
What she just said. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to put it this way. Which one of you are checking the right refrigeration units and which one of you are checking the left refrigeration units?
I'll take the right.
I'll take the left, but every time I open a door, I'm going to have the gun in, just in case a worm pops out. I'm going to be late, I don't know.
So I purposely left it in my mind random on which area the body's in, so I'm going to roll which side it could potentially be in.
Provided the
And I'm not-
room.
Cool. Okay, so where were you again, sorry?
Right.
Right?
Left.
Left. Fair enough. I need you both to roll luck rolls. And depending on...
This is when I get the 100.
79 out of 53, so that's a no on my part.
72 out of 72.
That is a...
Beat, isn't it?
That's...
Technically
yeah.
a success.
That's a success because you rolled your percentage. If you have a 40% spot hidden and you roll 40%, that is a success.
Okay.
So you do make a success. So in around 5 minutes, because you still need to, there's 2 latches on the thing. But when you open it up, there's levels of pull in, stuff like that, and you start checking the tags, and both of you start to checking the tags. So you get around halfway through the right side, you get around halfway through the left side, and neither of you finds a tag that's Skeet Wilsonbottom. Okay, in the first 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's for sure. Now I'm just going to go back outside for a quick second. As you, at this point, Agatha, you're quite sure that Kathleen is good to go, if needed, to protect your friends and family from the otherworldly horrors that lived in your eye for a short period of time. Eye cavity. Ugh, that even sounds worse. That even sounds worse. Oh, the words that come out of my mouth. I'm going to say maybe not as much as you're looking around, not as much idle chatter at the moment, but there is a roll, and it's going to be a listen roll that both of you have to make. Oh. You have to make it with a penalty die, Agatha, because you're still sitting in the car. The door isn't closed, but I'm still going to impose a penalty die. Okay?
As with the Bruce.
You're grabbing
Yep.
Cthulhu dice. Yeah.
Okay.
50 out of 40.
What is your listen skill at?
Where's my listen?
Your listen is quite high, I
Yeah,
thought.
I think so.
What is your
No,
listen?
it
Doesn't sound that
doesn't
high.
matter. 92.
Oh my
out
God.
of 74.
Could have been a 22.
Okay, so you both failed your listen
Yeah.
checks. Back inside we go.
Oh, they're gonna be dead by the time we get back there.
Or arrested.
Worst lookouts ever.
Yeah, no shit.
Because we're looking, not listening.
What the fuck? That doesn't help.
We're looking, not listening.
That doesn't
All
help
right.
at all.
I don't see anything.
All right, if we live through this next time, we have to tell them they have to listen out.
Keep an ear out for trouble.
we're gonna-
One of you spot, one of you listen.
I wasn't gonna burn 10 luck.
No, there's
This.
there's
not
absolutely no need.
No.
That's a
Listen.
face.
We got people giving us luck
That is
all
a
the
fact.
time. It should
Listen,
be fine.
we've had a good run.
We've had a good one.
I love how it's all doom
Oh,
and despair.
God.
We failed our
Listen,
listen
it
rolls.
has to be. This is Cthulhu. If it's not doom and despair, it's a treat.
Then what are we doing?
You might
Then what are we doing?
I am a treat. Sorry, cut that out. That's self-serving.
No, it's staying in there, including your request to cut it out. Now you all know the barbarism I must live through. Constantly being told what to cut. No.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to Althea and Amos inside because Marion and Agatha are oblivious to whatever's happening.
Clearly.
I'm gonna once again call for 2 luck rolls.
14 out of 53.
At least one of us does. 61 out of 72.
Okay, so you both made the second ones.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough. 14 out of what?
53.
Hard. That's hard.
It's a hard
Hard.
success. Yeah. Okay, just give me 1 second. After 5 minutes, in the second last drawer that Amos opens, he sees a tag that has Skeet, but in quotation marks, as if it's an alias.
Yeah.
Wilson Bottom.
Yeah.
There on the tag for the foot. Also, as you notice, going through these refrigeration units, that it is quite cold. The refrigerator.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it's quite cold. But you do find it seems to be in a body bag. Not as body bags as we would imagine them now, but actually body bags have been around for an extremely long period of time. But just a different material.
I'm okay with
Probably.
that.
Close the door back up.
Okay, you found.
Got him.
All right.
Let's grab a gurney.
Grab a gurney as quickly as I can, and as quietly as I can. Grab a gurney
Actually-
and unfold it.
Actually, I'm going to take a step back. It is not a body bag. It is a sheet that's
Yeah.
laid over the body.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That's fine. I
Because
don't
of
wanna
I just don't want to change the. I don't want to have that you had to open the body bag to check the toe
Yeah, that makes sense.
because it's actually on the
Yeah.
the toe,
Yeah.
which is weird. You could have just put it on the tray, but it is. That's where it is. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
I
we don't know
will
how long it's going to take for this thing to thaw, right? So for the
we're
worm
just gonna
inside.
take it and go.
Okay.
I'm going to quickly and quietly as I can get one of the gurneys and unfold it so we can put this thing.
Okay. Yeah. Very easily. You.
Yeah.
Well, they do actually have stretchers with wheels that they can rise up and lower. I also don't know if they existed then, but I'm saying they could.
Oh, I was just saying I had to unfold because you said there was gurneys folded up against the walls.
If I used the word folded up was wrong, I just meant collapsed.
Oh.
Like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? You
Yeah.
can
Like
rise
an
up.
accord-
So
like the
we'll-
accordion.
Yeah.
You're talking about like wheels down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll get one of those.
Sure.
And I'll bring it over and pull it out. Pull it out.
Okay. So it takes you a minute or two to
Oh,
get
no.
the.
I'm just
the-
telling him because as soon as I'm over there, I want to.
Keeping him as cold as fucking possible for as long as fucking possible. Get the gurney over here.
Okay. As long as it takes me, I guess. Then I'll roll it over. Pop it up, roll it over.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You pop up the stretcher.
Yeah.
Once
and you-
it's over at the fridge.
Okay. Yeah. So you wheel it over.
Oh.
So basically, the body is on. I hate to say it's like on a tray. I don't know
Oh,
what
we know what you mean.
Yeah, but it's the body is laid on something.
Yeah.
Like a tray.
Yeah.
Not a pizza tray, but like a tray.
Listen.
A human-shaped pizza tray.
A human-shaped pizza tray, which is just a rectangular tray. Because it's not perfectly
Listen,
human-shaped.
listen, we're just keeping with the This will be easier. This will be easier to make the people pizza. Let's go.
Oh my god!
Oh, I've warped you. Oh.
Fucking, we open the door, we
Right,
pull the tray
Yeah,
out.
you pull the tray out, and the tray, the body, of course, as you reach for the tag, is quite cold. You do not notice
Any movement. That for those listeners at home.
You don't notice any exploded chest or a pile of blood or ripped open.
That was Amos making the sound of what a chest wobble would be.
My warbles are impressive. Okay?
This is true.
He was warbling a potential
great
wobble.
It's so good.
Okay, anyway. The sheet
Way to warble.
Yeah, you slide the tray out onto the stretcher. You notice that there are guards sort of put on the stretcher that have been added separately, so the tray perfectly fits on it. Now it's not locked into place, but it just
That's
fits
good for
fits on it
purposes.
as you get it on to there. And at this point again, I'm going to go back to Marion
Oh, fuck!
and
Agatha?
so because of the placement
fuck you are.
is, you have the hospital and then you have the road. So the hospital goes further, right? And then you have in a little bit the morgue, and then your vehicle is parked behind the sort of on the side of, but in behind the connection point of the two buildings, and then the crematorium's on the other side. Is that from your vantage point, you can't see the turn
Yeah.
of the hospital
Yeah.
road because you were both stayed at the car? Is that fair?
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Because we parked in between the buildings, right?
Yeah.
And we did say we stayed by the car.
Yep.
Yup. Great lookouts. Great.
No,
So
they're good lookouts, just not good listenouts.
Yes, right.
So I need you both to roll a spot hidden roll.
Oh, no.
Not a listen check at the moment, but a spot hidden roll.
Those are high. Not that high.
43 out of 69.
Hey.
94 out of 69.
Oh, honey.
Oh, honey.
Oh, you've got a double 69. It's spot hidden.
You had to sing.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Warble.
Warble. That's not what you did.
It is what I did just now.
If there's anybody
Sound like a
who
murloc.
plays World of Warcraft, give us a warlock sound. Murloc sound. Did I say warlock? Oh
You
my
did.
god.
You did.
You know what? Let's just continue.
That's the call version, I suppose.
Yeah.
Bloody warlocks.
Yeah. Anyway.
Can I have you both roll me a luck roll, and then I'll explain to you what you see. I just want to see... Actually, not a luck roll. Actually, just a percentage, and tell me which one of you rolls higher.
So can I re-roll?
I'll allow you to re-roll. I don't know what you
I'm
rolled.
gonna keep what I rolled.
Yes, you can. Whoever rolls higher.
That's
I
much
need to
better.
know.
That is 30.
41.
Marion, who is standing up still, looking at, and you do realize, just as as it happens, that you should have been out further. That sounds
Yep.
fair, right?
Yep.
That sounds fair. I don't know if I described it properly. But you quickly see a figure at the corner of the building. Seems to be all dressed in black, or darker colored clothes. Seems to be wearing like a black stocking cap, and you just noticed it very quickly that has like camo, like it almost looks
black
like paint
grease or something?
Yeah, like not as much as that, because it's more of greenish tones across the face. Who's holding up a handgun and shoots at you.
I don't get a chance to react after I see it.
Because you saw it, you can't dodge bullets.
No.
But
But
I
can
will,
deck.
with your dexterity of 80, I will allow you to maneuver behind the open door. It will give the person a penalty die on the roll. You have an 80 dexterity. You made your spot hidden. That's more than fair. Okay, so I will. I don't even need a check. I will just do a penalty die.
We might be safe with dead ski.
Fucking maybe? Why would you say it why would you say that?
Now.
We got worms, boy.
Maybe.
So this person has made a shot.
Yep.
They made a sound.
Yeah. Now.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can't react to a gun going off.
No.
Unless you don't get
I
shot.
just.
Yeah, fair.
It just means he's
Hashtag
made,
Team
he's made
Marion.
noise that he detracts him. See?
I'm not.
Now
Yeah,
it
I'm
looks
just.
like
It's just
that.
like
With the
in
camera.
terms of character action, what I would do if I saw a person with gun would not be to try and run anywhere specific. It would just be the drop. So.
Yeah, it's just because it happens so quick.
Yep.
Basically, I'm going to say you do drop, but as you're dropping, the person did get a penalty die.
Yeah.
Right? You do get hit. And it seems like as you're dropping, you get hit in the shoulder.
Makes sense.
I don't think you've been shot before. You've been hit with a tranquilizer dart.
Yes.
Or something. Something.
Dropped you down a ladder.
Very quickly, even as you get hit and it blasts you to the ground, you just very quickly, in sort of semblance of shock, look at your shoulder and there doesn't seem to be like blood.
Oh.
You wouldn't really be I can probably call. Actually, what is your percentage in firearm skill?
It would be this.
Let's say handgun firearm.
Oh, yeah, there. The base.
20.
20?
Yeah.
Can you roll me that? Roll me that. Now it's gonna, because you didn't notice it at all till it happens. It's a bit different.
20.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
And put a check in that. Marion gets a tick mark in firearms.
You haven't taken firearms now? That's wild.
Yep.
That's buck wild.
Because it's a little bit of a distance away and you're not really sure, it is some kind of dummy round
Oh, okay.
Okay.
meant to
Stun.
hurt you, stun.
A warning kind of thing. Maybe.
I'm not sure if it would be a warning, but either way, you do take 2 points of it's sort of like non-lethal damage. This idea of because it's bruise damage. If that would have hit you in the head, you'd be unconscious.
Yeah, makes sense.
Concussions aren't a good thing.
No.
So it's like, but yeah, you're sort of, knocked to the ground.
Ah.
And then the figure sort of like leaned out, bang, and then leans back on the corner of the building. Now, it does make a loud bang.
Mm-hmm.
So now at this moment, all you catch is movement. Right?
Yeah.
So you know there was a figure there. You saw Marion get hit, but at the moment, you're not sure.
Where?
She could have been shot.
Yeah.
Marion could be dead.
Yes.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Althea and Amos inside, you hear a gunshot coming from outside just as the body's loaded on the stretcher.
We probably assume.
Okay, so you know that.
Can this stretcher be pushed by one person?
Yes.
You're on stretcher duty, and then I'm going to go in front of the stretcher with the gun up front. We're going to go back out the way we came. Thank you for listening to The Call. Our next episode will air Tuesday, September 20th, with Spacers, our sci-fi podcast, awaiting us all to get together again before recording more episodes. Please leave us a review in your podcast app of choice and visit our main website for merch and Ko-fi information. Music and ambient tracks licensed through Triune Films and Artlist, and your players for tonight were Elizabeth Wells, Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, and Zach Barrett. Your audio operator was Rob Hickey, and your GM or keeper was Derek Snow. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for listening to The Call. Our next episode will air Tuesday, October 4th, with Spacers, our sci-fi podcast, awaiting us all to get together again before recording more episodes. Please leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and visit our main website for merch and Ko-fi. Music and ambient tracks licensed through Train Films and Artlist. Your players for tonight were Elizabeth Wells, Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, and Zach Barrett. Your audio operator was Rob Hickey, and your GM or keeper was Derek Snow. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.